Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. FPL Consult here, and today we're gonna do my Game Week 23 team selection video. So in today's video, we're gonna talk a little bit about how I did in Game Week 22, a little bit of my transfer plans, the moves that I've already made, right? I've made 2 confirmed transfers already, right? And then we'll reveal the team for Game Week 23. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please give it a like and also subscribe as well if you are new around here. So for Game Week 22, this was how I did. 87 points without the triple captainship being played, obviously because I already used it in Game Week 20 on Haaland. Right, so no triple captain, 87 points and a rank rise to 327k in the world. So very pleased with that. I do ideally want to move in the top 100k soon, right? And I do think with the blanks and doubles moving forward, if I play my chips well, I think I can get there, right? So hopefully we can do that. But for this week, 87 points, of course, captain was on Rashford, right? If I had triple captain Rashford, doing the math a little bit, because I had triple captain Haaland in Game Week 20 instead, right, I would have been 12 points better off playing it this week in 22, right? But all that being said and done, 12 points is something that I think moving forward I can make up, right? So I'm not too, disappointed by that. At the end of the day, there is a little bit of a roll of the dice as well, right? And in terms of expected goals, actually Haaland did have a little bit better expected goals than Rashford, so can feel a little bit hard done by, but the past is the past and we're going to move forward here. I will try to play my chips with more strategy moving forward, right? Especially the free hit, the wild card, and also the bench boost, right? So for Game Week 22, Kepa 10 points in goal, right? Really pleased with that. He has been picking up a good couple of bonus points because when he makes saves, you add that to his pass completion because Chelsea always plays at the back. He does pick up quite a number of passes and it all contributes to his tally, right? So that's why he's been getting a lot of bonus points. So 10 points for him, really pleased with that. In the back, there's Trippier, White, Shaw. Shaw didn't manage to keep a clean sheet in either of his double game week games, so pretty disappointed there, but still pretty happy with the 6 points considering it's 2 games. Right, in midfield, there's Fernandes, Rashford, Odegaard, and Martinelli. The Arsenal boys blanking because of that shock result against Everton. But as for the Manchester United boys, really pleased with them. Fernandes with that penalty, of course. And he was quite unfortunate to blank against Leeds, to be honest. His expected goal involvement was pretty high for that game. So 12 points for him. I think moving forward, there could be a couple of returns, but because he is quite expensive, I will have to sell him. Later on, you guys will see that I want to use the money tied up in him to fund other moves that I think will be more important moving forward, right? And then there's Rashford, captaincy, 20 points. He's the man in form right now, right? 1 goal in each of the double game week games for Game Week 22. Right, so I think at this point in time, Rashford is really one of the best players in the league right now. Pleased to have him still, right? And then up front, Mitrovic, Kane, and Haaland. Kane once again, right, comes up with the goods. Mr. Consistency has been so good this season, regardless of the opposition, right? So I think Kane is someone that I won't sell moving forward all the way until I wildcard. He's someone that I will try as best as possible to keep all the way. And then for Mitrovic, quite disappointing that Mitrovic still hasn't returned, right? It's been a couple of game weeks that he's blanked, right? But as you guys will see in Game Week 23, I am sticking with him. Hopefully, he will return with a decent fixture. Right, so let's take a look at my transfer moves for Game Week 23 now. So these are my moves for Game Week 23. It's a double change using both of my free transfers to do Fernandes to Mahrez and Martinelli to Saka. So there were a couple of considerations this game week, right? And I could have actually gone, I didn't have enough money in the bank. I could have gone Almiron, who's currently on my bench, and move him up to Mahrez. I didn't have the funds for that. But that said, I still wanted Saka because at the end of the day, I did consider what really pushed me to get Saka ahead of Martinelli. Not only is Martinelli a little bit more of a minutes risk and his role has been a little bit different since the restart, right? But I do feel like Saka is someone that I may potentially captain in Game Week 25, and if I eventually will bring him in 25, I think it makes sense, right, to make Martinelli to make the move from Martinelli to Saka this game week and take advantage of this double right now, and then have him all the way until I wildcard. Right, so that's why Martinelli to Saka is someone that I'm doing, and because of that, because of this move that I really want to make, I cannot do Almiron up to Mahrez anymore because I wouldn't have the funds. So my next route to Mahrez would then be Fernandes to Mahrez. Now, I do understand, right? There are a couple of you guys who think that Fernandes is someone that should be kept, but because I currently only have Erling Haaland, I will want one more City asset, and I don't think bringing in a defender is the right thing to do at this point, right? And in terms of Kevin De Bruyne versus Mahrez, for sure, I think Kevin De Bruyne does have the safety of minutes as well. In this coming game week 23, I think he will play both games, but Mahrez is the more explosive asset. He is slightly cheaper as well. In fact, he saves me a lot of money, right? So because of that, I have decided to go for Mahrez, take the risk that I know there is potential he will be benched in a couple of games, but his explosiveness I think will make up for it, and because of that, I have gone with him. Right, and these are my 2 free transfers. So let's take a look now at how the team would look like after these moves. So after making these 2 transfers, the team is set up a lot better to tackle Game Week 23. I have 3 Arsenal players and then 2 Man City players. And then I have Shaw and Rashford from Manchester United, and Trippier, Mitrovic and Kane as the other 3 players. Outfielders, of course, right? So in terms of the 3 Arsenal assets, I think 2 of them are the best midfielders to own right now, Odegaard and Saka. I don't have Nketiah, but I think going for Saka means that I can keep him all the way. Even if Jesus comes back, I don't have to be worried. In terms of White, I could have done White to Gabriel, but I think that would have been a little bit more sideways than Martinelli to Saka, right? So I've chosen the Martinelli to Saka move. And in terms of the Man City assets, Haaland, of course, I'm going to have him. I'm going to captain him as well, right? And then because I don't think going for a defender is the move to make this week, I think there are goals in that Arsenal team when they play Arsenal away at the Emirates. Emirates are like a fortress for Arsenal, right? So because of that, I think it's probably just 1 clean sheet for defenders, so I wouldn't want to go there. In terms of the attacker, I've chosen Mahrez as I mentioned just now. So in terms of how I'm setting up as a whole, right, I have Kepa in goal, Trippier, Ben White and Shaw at the back, Mahrez, Rashford, Odegaard and Saka as my midfielders, and then up front, Mitrovic, Kane and Haaland. Now, there are very decent fixtures for all these players, right? From the back, Kepa against West Ham away, I think there's good clean sheet odds there. Ben White has a double game week, Shaw and Trippier, decent fixtures. In the midfield, all good fixtures, all double game weeks, and Rashford plays Leeds away. And then up front, Mitrovic has Nottingham Forest at home, which I hope that he will start to return, especially in this game. I know Forest have looked a little bit better defensively since the restart, but I am hoping that Fulham will come up with their attacking numbers a little bit more, and then Mitrovic can get some returns there. I definitely prefer playing Mitrovic ahead of Almiron, who's first on my bench right now. And then I have Kane and Haaland. Kane, I think at this point in time, a lot of people have sold him to Nketiah because last game week in Game Week 22, actually the move was to sell Kane to fund Bruno Fernandes in the midfield and then replace Kane with Nketiah as well. So I am, in that sense, I guess, having a little bit more of an edge with Kane in my team on those managers who have done Kane to Nketiah the previous week. Right, so hopefully Kane can return and then thereafter kind of repay the faith that I have in him. He's someone that I think I will keep for quite a while as well until I wildcard. So at this point, captaincy, I'm probably going to captain Haaland. I think I won't look away from that. As for vice captaincy, we're going to slap it on Saka, just because I think he is the best, second best option in my team to vice captain. I think in Game Week 25, as I mentioned just now, there's a very good chance that I will want to captain him, especially if Liverpool don't pick up in form. Then I do have plans to bring Salah in, right? But by then, I may still want to captain Saka, and that's the reason why I brought him in early this week in Game Week 23, so that he will have 5 games, including that Game Week 25 double, right? So hopefully, as he's on penalties as well, so which is one of the key reasons why I think having him is important, and why he would be a good captaincy shout in Game Week 25, and hence he's here in my team in Game Week 23. Right, on the bench, Ward, Almiron, Bueno and Patterson. I will have to keep an eye on Bueno and Patterson because both of them have kind of issues with each of their areas. So Bueno is currently there's some concern whether he'll start ahead of Ryan Aït-Nouri because the last game against Liverpool, Aït-Nouri played. Right, so I will keep an eye out for that. Patterson as well, he could be returning soon. He may or may not return soon enough for Game Week 25, which is when I will need him. So that's another player that I will have to take a closer look at this coming game week. So currently this is how I set up for Game Week 23. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and draw a little bit of inspiration as well. Let me know what you guys are doing with your teams and what transfer moves you guys are making. Right, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe as well if you are new around here. And I'll catch you guys in the deadline stream 3 hours before the deadline. Bye bye.